Welcome to The Slash, and in yet another long-awaited episode of Rave Review. Today I'm talking about Orphan First Kill, which was released in 2022 by Paramount Pictures, and has quickly become one of my favorite horror movies of possibly all time. Isn't that crazy? Orphan First Kill is the prequel to 2009's Orphan, taking place 2 years before the events of that movie. If you haven't seen the original Orphan, which is also one of my favorite horror movies already, I'll quickly break it down for you so you're not confused about anything I talk about in this review. Orphan is a psychological horror movie about a broken family that consists of a mother named Kate, a father named John, and their two kids Max and Daniel. Kate had a miscarriage 1 year prior to the events of the movie, and instead of risking going through that again, her and her husband decide to adopt a child instead. They quickly end up adopting Esther, a charming little Russian girl who loves to paint, play piano, and kill people? Her parents don't know that though. Actually, her parents don't know a lot of things about her. All they know is there's something wrong with Esther. I was hyped to watch this one after I watched the original, and I highly recommend you go check them both out before this video. They're both awesome fucking movies with a ton of twists and surprises that you should not have spoiled for you. And while I won't be talking about them in this video since spoilers don't usually get views, I want you to come into this review knowing as much about the movies as you possibly can. If you don't care, then keep watching, and maybe my opinion will convince you to watch them. Like I said, Orphan First Kill is the one we're talking about today, and it's a prequel that takes place 2 years before the events of the original movie. This one revolves around yet the same young girl named Esther, who escapes a mental asylum in Estonia and goes to America to impersonate the missing daughter of a wealthy family that consists of the mom Kate, the dad Richard, and their son Gunnar. Things go to shit pretty quickly once they realize what Esther is really all about, and Kate does her best to protect the family before it's too late. Orphan First Kill is the rare movie that many people consider to be better than the original, and even though I love the original, I may just be one of those people. First Kill takes everything from the first movie and does it in a much flashier, slashier, and fast-paced way, which I absolutely love. Slow tension is good for the first movie in a franchise, but by the second movie, the action and chaos should be present right from the get-go, and it absolutely is with First Kill. Just from the opening scene, we can tell right off the bat that this movie is kicking it into high gear right from the beginning. Not only does it have much more brutal kills, fancier location design, and a lot more twists and turns than the original, it also features a fucking batshit insane third act that beats any Scream third act, in my opinion. In the original movie, it felt like only one person was in serious trouble. In this one, though, the entire family is in a whole lot of trouble, and that they have a reason to be scared, and that's mainly thanks to Isabelle Fuhrman's phenomenal performance as Esther once again. It's astounding how well she plays two sides of Esther, the charming, all but silent and shy side, and the psychotic, manipulative side, flowing seamlessly from one emotion to the next. She's so unpredictable with all the shit she does to warn the family that they're in huge danger, and it's genuinely great. Esther, in my opinion, is a top 10 horror villain, and nobody better than Isabelle Fuhrman could have been picked. She's great. The other acting performances in this movie are great too. Julia Stiles as Kate is both badass and darkly comedic whenever she has to deal with Esther's bullshit, especially in the scene where Esther kills the cop. That's one of the best scenes of the movie, in my opinion. I also love Rossif Sutherland as Richard, Kate's husband. He's a lot like the dad from the original, where he's a lot more sympathetic and caring towards Esther, and tries his hardest to make her feel like part of the family. He's a good guy. On the other hand, Matthew Finlan as Gunnar is an asshole who lets his friends bully his little sister. Even though we know who Esther really is at the end of the day, it's still sad to watch her get treated poorly by somebody who's supposed to love her. Oh well, don't forget, this is partly a slasher movie. If you know, you know. Besides the slashery elements though, this movie also works great as a dark psychological mindfuck. It really messes with your head seeing the family become more and more grown apart thanks to Esther's shenanigans, and it's genuinely hard to watch seeing the family get psychologically tortured by Esther and her manipulative tendencies. They affect everybody differently too, which is really great and serves as good character arcs. Kate is emotionally numb and just done with this shit already. Richard is completely oblivious to everything and is just trying to reconnect with his daughter, and Gunnar is all sorts of angry and cold towards Esther and just wants to kill her once and for all. Esther is just watching it all happen too and enjoying every single minute of it. She literally smiles every time she does something to cause the family separation, which is great. She's detestable but so lovable at the exact same time, which is crazy. I also want to mention how good the visual effects are, especially the practical de-aging of Isabelle Fuhrman. Keep in mind, she was 25 when she filmed this movie, and while she does look a little bit different than she did in the original movie, obviously because she was only 12 years old in the original movie, it's still crazy how she looks so young thanks to practical makeup effects and forced perspective shots. It really does take a lot to make a 25-year-old look like a 12-year-old all over again, and it's absolutely insane. I really love how dedicated the visual effects team was in this movie. And even the effects that aren't practical effects look good too. I thought the fire scene at the end of the movie looked really good, and the blood effects look really good. They do look a little bit digital, but you can hardly tell most of the time thanks to the movie's dark lighting. It really pays off at the end of the day. This is really all about I can say without spoiling the movie, and I cannot stress enough how unspoiled you should go into when you watch this movie. It's a fun, brutal, dark story that provides some great acting performances, dark twists, weird moments of dark comedy, and some solidly brutal kills. Orphan First Kill is without a doubt a 10 out of 10, and I will say again that I highly recommend you watch this one yourself, along with the 2009 original. You won't be disappointed. Thank you guys so much for watching yet another episode of Rave Review. Opie also thanks you as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and let me know what movies you want me to review in the future. Next, I'll have a Megan review for you guys, but until the next one, my name is Zero, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Say bye. He's so done with this shit.